Supremacy 1914. I'm a big strategy fan from the early days on. Played on my dad's computer, classics like Kaiser, North and South, Civilization, worked my way up through Panzer General, the Total War series, and also played a lot of Supremacy, and that made me even more happy that I could join 2 years ago this great company and work on those games and this awesome community. But enough about us, yeah? So let's get into it. We have some big reveals today regarding our studio, our games, and look into the future. And also, we will answer a lot of questions.
Heck yeah, of
Hopefully,
course.
we get from the community. But before we look into the future, let's have a short review of things. So I joined 2 years ago, and when I joined the company, there were always the three big games. We're having Call of War, Supremacy 1914, and Conflict of Nations with this big community. But it wasn't always like that. So Elena, perhaps you can give us a little bit of a glimpse how that happened in the past, that a different studio took on the Bytro legacy and built this awesome game.
Oh yeah, it's actually legacies is the correct word. I'm really happy that we're still sticking to the core guns. We're still sticking to the LTS genre. But yeah, it started in a very small office. A bunch of students were very eager to create something new and create something that they would love playing themselves. So yeah, that's how first Supremacy and Call of War were created, and then in the Malta office, in the university offices actually, a very small team created Conflict of Nations, and even from that time, there was this collaboration going on between Bytro and Dorado Games, where a bunch of the developers from Bytro were helping us with the initial creation of Con. Back then, I believe it was called Modern War Conflict of Nations, or Conflict of Nations Modern War, something like that. But that was one of the biggest highlight where our collaboration started. And then throughout the years, a bit more than 10 years at this stage, we also had another huge launch, which was the mobile launch. And at that point, we had another collaboration between Bytro and Dorado, where there was help from the production side. Developers were traveling back and forth, making sure that we deliver what we promised, and we continuously give more new stuff on the market for you guys.
Yeah, I could already see in my time here, my limited time here, that the cooperation is thriving. A lot of learnings were transferred back and forth. We had workshops together, corporations learn from each other, and especially in the production of our new game, which is being released this year, the fourth game. Yeah, the Malta office was a big help and a big driver as well. I wish I could already tell a little bit more about that, but it's forbidden for me to tell more. What I can say, it's a strategy game.
Yeah.
And it's about war, all war.
A lot of war. Yeah. Oh yeah. It is true though. Yes, we are working on a project together. There has been a lot of the designers from Dorado, but also a lot of development, production, marketing, everything as well from Bytro, and it is something that the whole team is very passionate about. The designers had a lot of ideas how to put this out there, and they themselves and me personally am very excited to start playtesting it internally now. So yes, that's a bit of a teaser, but that's not
okay. The last thing we can say, it's playing in the future, but
exactly.
so our marketing guys are already getting a heart attack here. So let's get back to the main topic here. So after 5 years of this great collaboration, it was time to go a step forward, and we are merging our two studios now. So there will be no Bytro in the future anymore, no Dorado games anymore. There will be something new. So officially, our studio, and this will help us a lot for future projects. But yeah, I guess the new name was from your team, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. We had a really fun brainstorming session. So basically, we didn't want to come up with just a name. We wanted to make sure that the name explains where we come from and what are the teams working behind these games. And the nature of that is that our offices are stationed in Hamburg and in Malta. And both of those locations are very well known by their harbors. So the new name that our company will have from now on is Twin Harbor Interactive.
Exactly. Different name, but the game stays the same.
Of
definitely. Only the people who work on it will operate even better to give out great features and interesting events in the future. But that's not all. It's only a start. So our long-term strategy games like Call of War, Conflict of Nations, Supremacy, they always shared one common core, which was refined through 10,000, hundred thousands of matches with crushing defeats and glorious victories. We created something unique. This core combines grand strategy, multiplayer dynamics, delicate diplomacy, and high-stake decisions. You can lose a lot, and you can win a lot, and way no other game does. And our games are quite special. There's not much like this on the market, like our players. And this play experience we are renaming now after our first game, where it all started with, which is Supremacy. This name will be shared from now on in the title of all of our games and forming the new started Supremacy universe. Yeah. So this Supremacy universe is assures a quality standard that unifies our games and stand for the ultimate long-term player-driven strategy experience we will always
And
offer.
we're having some small sound issues,
Oh,
so let's just go on a very quick break, and we're gonna come back as soon as possible. Stay tuned, please.
and we are back.
There we go. Okay.
I was being told this was a funny YouTube bug. So
Yeah, very sorry about that, guys. Slight sound issue with one of the Bytro, the Bytro YouTube channel. So we want to make sure everyone can listen in clearly. But now we can continue on. We left off about the Supremacy universe.
exactly. So
Yeah.
from now on, the title Supremacy will stand as a trademark for our quality standard for long-term player-driven player experiences in all our game and start forming this universe we will expand on with.
Yeah, so with the same teams, we are keeping the uniqueness of each game. What we are doing in the future, though, we want to make sure that, as I said before, we are exchanging a lot of information from one game to the other. And this means that there will be a lot more discussions going on, and the fact that we are officially, under the same company now, this is even more encouraged, and we will have even more people on each project, let's say. So hence why we are keeping our legacy, and we're just bringing even more knowledge from one game to the other. There's going to be a lot of exchanges between us, and yeah, we're gonna keep involving the community more and more. So there's another announcement coming soon, but before that, I would love to show off the
Yeah,
logo.
can we have a look at the logo?
Yeah,
Right.
let's go. Let's play the video for the logo. Lovely, yeah. Now, that is the universe that Call of War, Supremacy 1914, and Conflict of Nations will be under. And not only that, but now since we want to create this space where we can speak to you, but also the whole community can exchange ideas, and you can reach out to us and just, exchange as many ideas as you can. We have the new Discord server, which you can see the QR code of, and by scanning on the screen, you can join.
It's Play Supremacy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. The server is called Supremacy, but each game will have a separate section. From what I know, we will see how that is shaping up. We're still in the works, but it would be great to start getting some players there in, because you will be the first eyes of the new Discord server. So
Yeah.
join in there.
Our vision for this Supremacy universe is to unite our communities and evolve our games together. And this opens the door for a lot of new features and cooperation that would have never been possible before. It also unlocks us to invest in overarching project, like we will give every game a glow up in the future, starting with Supremacy 1914 this year. So we will get a new front-end client, which brings us on par with strategy games that are on desktop in terms of animation quality, UX, etc. So our games will look great and feel even greater, and we will do that with all games over the years. So, and it sets the foundation for new games in the same universe, starting with one title we already teased this year, but more to come in the future.
Oh yeah, and the only obvious step as well is that we are going to have a hub called supremacyonline.com, and this is the place where you will be able to see all the new updates about the games. You will be able to launch the games from there, and here is we want to share the usual updates from the game, but that's not only it. We have a lot of big ideas for this website, because here we will bring back the forum, the very loved forum, and not only as it was before, but we are utilizing a lot of tools now where us as developers, we will be allowed to get even more feedback from the players. Whenever we have a feature that we're thinking of, or even an idea that can come from the community, we can very closely get the votes from the players, and even ideas for fixes, for rebalancing of the units. There's a lot of opportunities, really.
Yeah.
But the fact that we will get these tools on the website, it's really a next step in the expansion of this whole Supremacy universe.
It will be our new base of operations, and you will be able to explore it in live very, very soon. As being said, we have planned much and invest in making our games better. New features that make our gameplay more interesting. Perhaps we can go with the Q&A a little bit deeper on that. And being on par with the market, have great-looking games that play great, and it all would start with the first logo updates, even 22nd in April, and after that, the train starts rolling with all the new stuff.
That's when we open the Pandora box to all the opportunities. So yes, as JM mentioned, on the 22nd of April, we will be releasing the new logos for the games, and this is just the beginning of us introducing even more content, even more modernizing all the games. As we said, a lot of the games will get glow-ups, and not just that, really, new features, new rebalancing, new narratives. There's no limit to it, really, to the creativity, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Internally, though, we are still the same team working on it. So as I said, I mean, I've been here for 4 years. I really saw the game inside and out. But it's not only me. You know how I mentioned the university students back in the day. A lot of those people are still in our games, and they have switched a few different roles throughout. Like we have, for example, community managers that are now monetization managers, and from QA to designers. Like, people are really growing within the game, and they are the ones that created initially the game that you guys fell in love with. And we are still here, and we are promising that we will deliver even more than you ever thought we could.
All right. Okay, I guess there are a lot of questions now. Perhaps
Yeah,
we can have a look.
here's
Let's see what's coming up here. Give me a second.
Yeah, we have.
I like this one. I will start with this one. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Will all the games merge into one game? No,
God,
that's
imagine.
definitely not going to happen. That would be a crude mixture of World War I, World War II, World War III, and what's coming up still on top. No, the communities will merge in a way and interact with each other. And perhaps we'll in the future also go for common progression on all the games, but this is planned for the future. The games stay as they are, as a unique experiences with their own twist. Every game is a little bit different, but they all share the same core, this which has been refined all over the years. So no, the games will not merge into one. Definitely not.
Indeed, we want to keep the uniqueness. There's another one. Will gameplay change, and how? Obviously, it will change only for the better. So as you can see, our efforts are focusing very heavily in getting the input from you guys, as we have been learning in the past that our designers have been, speaking to the community, especially people who have been with us for years and years before even I joined the company, like the teachers on Discord, like all the volunteers that have been helping us all throughout the years. this is where the heart lies in our communities, and we want to make sure that we focus on this even more. That is how gameplay will be evolving in the future. It is with your help, it is with the tools that we will be using, and giving you opportunities to give feedback in everything that we create. So I hope I answered the question. If not, please ask again, ask more.
Okay, let's check. This one is good, huh?
Yeah,
What's next for Con on Supremacy in 1914?
you want to start with Sup?
No, you start.
Okay.
Ladies first.
All right. So we do have a release on the 22nd of April, and
The new season, right?
yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It is the new season. The beta testers are already testing it. They have put their eyes on it. So we are going into a narrative that you have seen before, but now we're expanding it even more. So summer is coming. The world is heating up, and the water levels are rising even more. So what we are doing right now is we'll have a new level, Rising Tides 2060. We are implementing a new river terrain where that terrain will help. Basically, it will enforce naval gameplay even more, but we will have units that will have an easier time traveling through this terrain. Hence, why our season unit is the elite ACV. It will have two forms. It will obviously go on land as an ACV, and it will have a version of a transport ship. The river terrains also will bring another twist to the gameplay, so that it will favor smaller naval units like frigates and corvettes, whereas the oceans are staying as they are, as you know it so far. But aside from that, that's not all. We are implementing an oil rig. I will leave it at that. You can guess what it does. And we have also sea mines. We are going with a big bang. I really hope that you will like all the updates that are coming with this season, and there will be mid-season updates as well. So keep your eyes on the Discord server, especially the new one, the Supremacy one, and we will be sharing everything. And yeah, feel free to share your feedback there, right?
But Elena, I also know that you're working on something even bigger.
You're pulling my leg now.
Yeah.
Fine, okay. Right, so for later on in the year, we really want to, you know how we were saying we want to share knowledge? We were really excited to hear how much the community loved the heroes in Supremacy. And that inspired us to look at our officer system and work on it a bit more, give it even more value. So in the background, I don't know if who saw the interviews that we released back in December, but we did tease a bit that there is something even bigger coming from the mechanic that the stims and the loadout system is built on. This is the one. This is where we will really give you guys something more personal to have in your armies. So it is the same mechanic back then. Back then in the interview, I said that it's a Pandora's box that we have just opened, and there are so many opportunities. This is the next step now. This is the next big thing, and we will have even bigger heroes in Con.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Supremacy was also part of the question. Yeah. So Supremacy will have some big features this year. Actually, I mentioned one of them already before. We are working on a big glow up, as you can say, to really have a better presentation in the game, cool animations, state-of-the-art menus and UX. So which will be a big thing, middle to end of the year. But also feature-wise, we were inspired a little bit by our partner studio in Malta, and we really liked your seasonal mechanics, where everything comes together themed at one, like maps, units, events, etc. And we will bring this to Supremacy as well. I'm not a
The season we are doing to keep our players even more engaged and giving more diversity. But I've seen some screenshots about even new heroes that will be there. And one hero was a pilot with a red plane. I could clearly
Oh.
see that. But this is enough more I cannot say. But it will perhaps be
Especially
part
with
of
the new
this.
client, there's so many opportunities with those sexy visuals, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, for sure, we are looking in all games into
game systems and balancing. So I think there's a lot to tweak, and our community is strongly helping us on that. So we are always happy for the discussions. Our game designer are closely looking at that and testing out when some units get too strong or some heroes get too strong. And this is really helping us forward. And we're looking at old systems that they may be in forever, and perhaps we can make them better and present them in better ways. But also, on the long run, we are looking into new systems, I would say, touching end of year next year. to give the players more progression on the long run between their matches and to customize their play style from match to match in different ways. Like there are people who like more the infantry grunt work. Some people play more with vehicles, others do it more on the economical way, and we really want to reward this with a good system. But it's not named yet how we do it. But stay tuned, there will be some big changes on that for Supremacy as well.
Actually, good that you started talking about Call of War, because there is a hot question here that I'm seeing. Will we be adding heroes in Call of War?
Heroes in Call of War. Yeah, so as being said, the Supremacy community liked it, and we are thinking of adapting this in Call of War as well, but we just don't want to copy paste it. So it has to fit the game and its strengths and weaknesses and its flavors. So we are definitely looking into that, but I don't know if it will be heroes or perhaps more something general like or custom squad. We don't know yet, but we're definitely looking for something like this.
Of course,
also in
yeah.
Call
Wanna work in Call of more about bringing the emotional stories of World War II into the game. Sometimes we feel it's a little bit dry, and we want to make it a little bit more emotional and more interesting to play. So this would fit in very well here.
Yeah. So it's a good start to think about Call of War, since it's getting such a nice glow up right now, and we are looking into, as JM already said, which features are used, which we should get even better. But with the heroes, we do want to first see how it will play out in Conflict of Nations, because we already know that it's working so well in Supremacy, and that's because the heroes were fit in so well with that narrative. So Call of War has a lot of opportunities, definitely,
Yeah.
but yeah, we would need a bit more time probably to see how it would fit in that whole setting.
Yeah, but there are so many interesting
Yeah.
personalities that have shaped World War II, and we really want to bring some of them to the table. Can totally see that.
Oh yeah.
So what do we else have on the table here?
We have a question: why Supremacy and not Call of War? Con?
I more or less named it already before.
Yeah.
Supremacy was the first game we had, and the creator of this kind of a genre, this kind of a core game, and this is more or less the dad of the family, and that's why we will add Supremacy to every of our future games, that you know, hey, there's Supremacy on top of the game. I know what kind of gameplay it will be. Like, it will
Yeah.
be challenging and not too easy to play, definitely.
Yeah. You know that question that marketing was really sweating about the new game? Apparently we
Again,
have
we have it
yeah.
back again.
Yeah, so we have a question: is there a date when the new game is getting released? So we would love to share, but we cannot.
It's definitely this year.
It is this year. It is sooner
Q4,
than you think.
Q3, I don't know, something around.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
closer
yeah.
than you think. And there will be a big announcement, not only on our channels, even on bigger channels. As being said, there are guns pointed at me. No?
You have to really keep your eyes open. But yes, follow us, because we'll have a lot of announcements. And I know that everyone's sweating right now, and even I am to start playtesting it. Hence why we can't say the date yet. But stay tuned. Very, very soon it's coming. Sooner than you think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have a question. Will there come new units inside the games? I assume this is for all the games, so maybe we can separate it and see how it would look for Supremacy right now. They are focusing on the heroes. Is there any idea for new units right now?
I would say for all the games with a big yes,
Oh.
but not at the same matter in all the games. So again, we're looking at the game's core and strengths and weaknesses, and it's important for us that it fits the game. Flooding, for example, a game like Supremacy with tons of new units wouldn't fit the gameplay, in
Yeah.
our opinion, and what we get from the community so far. But hey, if you think different, we are open for feedback here. It's planned to have new units, but not like too many in Supremacy. Also for Call of War, we're looking into that, and especially also together with hero systems like
Yeah.
this. So there will be a lot of new stuff on the map.
Exactly. Same thing here. If I can say for Con, as you guys know, with every season we do introduce a big bomb. So every time there is something new, and we already hinted that there will be an officer update. So the opportunities are endless there. But every time we do want to make sure that we always look back on our core gameplay and we never affect that in a bad way. That's why it is very important that not only we playtest it internally. We don't only playtest it with our beta testers, but you guys on the socials have to tell us how you experience each game, because it is, you know, sometimes you do get that tunnel vision, and that's why we want to open our windows even more to hear your feedback, because at the end of the day, we are perceiving the game that we don't work on in a different way. So for example, I could give feedback for Supremacy and vice versa, but you are the core people that could give the best opinions here, right? So we always have time. We would love to introduce new units, but it is important to choose the right ones for each setting or for each game.
Okay, what do we have next? Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, this has been I love this one. Okay. Do you have a thought of adding skins to Supremacy?
So with the new front-end client, we finally have the opportunity to do so. So and our game designer are looking into that since years. So there's always discussion about that, and we will check that out together with the community. So I guess we will go into different kind of features, and they help us to decide for that direction. I can totally see that. The drafts I've seen that we have in our game designer's treasure chest are there as well. But I would bind it more than to really stuff people do in the games, like as achievement or as rewards for really showing, hey, I'm pretty good. I did this, I did that.
If something is so cool, you have to work hard for it.
Yeah, you have to work hard for it. Definitely, I see that. But it's not finally decided. But with a client, we finally can do it, and that's a good thing, definitely.
Yeah. Same here. I mean, I would really love to see that. We want to make sure that you know, if someone works hard for something, they have a way to show it off as well. And there is this idea that most probably in every game, but right now I wouldn't share that part of the roadmap as much. We do want to focus on the progression in general, where as you level up your account, as you rank up, you also scare a bit your enemies.
Show your skills, I would
exactly. But jokes aside, skins should be a reward, and now with this collaboration or putting our names together in the same company, we have even more resources to look into bettering our technology, making it more modern without compromising any part of the performance. And we have skins.
But I want to add something to the skins discussion. So because we had hard talks in the design as well about it. So we are not going to go the next Fortnite where Ninja Turtles fight against sci-fi, against Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever. So when we introduce skins, it should fit to the theme of the game and the setting and respect that and not break immersion. That's very important for us.
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, what's next?
Will there be rivers and mountains in Supremacy?
Okay.
Ooh, this could be going into this territory of what's coming with seasons and all that, and I don't know. We want to share.
Yeah, I cannot share on that. I know that there is some stuff in that direction planned. Not directly mountains, but something that will definitely affect movement and gameplay.
Nice.
But I won't go too deep on that now. It's part of the.
Good to know that you guys are interested, though. This is good. All right, let's see. So I know that there were some questions more about Call of War. Are there any more details that we could share about the glow up, maybe, or how will the visuals change? I know that you guys had the overall the view of the map got a really nice.
Yeah, as you have seen, the Call of War team is playing around a lot and experimenting with community feedback and new features. And we played around with the new map visuals. We got a lot of feedback in the past that the game, as being said, is a little bit dry in the presentation. We try to find new ways to make it more exciting and to bring World War II even more in a good and cool state that is fun to the player. So we will focus on that, but I don't have release dates or anything on that yet.
Yeah. Everything's still in discussion, right? So we're being careful about that. But even just to recap, so basically a reminder, next week we have huge releases in each game. We really want to celebrate this this collaboration between us, because it is big. It is the natural next step for us. It was right in front of us, and we just ran and grabbed it now. So stay tuned on our socials to see what are the updates coming for each game on the 22nd of April. Have a look at our logos. I really hope that you will love them. And yeah, let's see. Oh, actually, there was some part that I actually wanted to mention. To look into the future, Our marketing has a lot of exciting stuff planned for our community, and there is a giveaway planned that I will not share a lot about, but the giveaway will be that you guys apply with something somewhere. I will leave that to the marketing guys, the owner to announce. But the reward will be traveling either to the Hamburg or the Malta office as per the winner chooses.
If you want sun, come to Malta.
Heck yeah.
Definitely.
The weather is getting really nice here, so we will welcome you with open hands. But stay tuned, because we will make sure that we have even more dev diaries. We will share even more what's going on behind the scenes. Join our Discord server, scan the QR code. We will see you there. And yeah, any more closing remarks from your side?
I'm really happy to see where this is all going. We have big plans together with you, the community, because without the game, without the players, we are nothing. And I'm looking forward, really forward for what we have in the quiver this year to shoot.
Yes, can't wait. Thank you very much for watching, and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you, guys.